So this is going to be kind of an interesting episode. I'm not really sure what to expect, but what's up, guys, and welcome back to Need for Speed Heat. Today, we are going to be taking a look at a 1964 Aston Martin DB5. And obviously, this is an old school James Bond vehicle. Now, to be honest, I'm not sure which movie it came from. I've seen some of the movies, not all of them, and honestly, I couldn't even really tell you which ones are which. I've never really sat down and watched them through. I probably should do that sometime soon. But I'm excited about this because you guys can see we've got a 10 out of 10 customization rating. I believe this is the final car in the game where we have a rating like that. I don't think there are any other cars that we have left that have 10 out of 10. So obviously, being from the 60s, it's going to be pretty slow stock. I mean, it sounds pretty good, but it's definitely not very fast, so we're going to have to do some major upgrades in terms of performance. But I'm excited to see what we can do for the 10 out of 10. Are we going to be able to put some rocket launchers and some spike throwers and stuff like that on this thing? I have no idea, but let's get into it. So performance-wise, I mean, this thing is pretty abysmal. I'm not going to lie. We've got 282 horsepower. It looks like with some upgrades, we can get all the way up to 1,000. If we did an engine swap, we could put a 730 horsepower, 6.5-liter V12 in there to bring us up to around 1,240 horsepower. And it looks like that's going to be about the max. So, honestly, I say we keep the stock sound. I think 1,000 horsepower is going to be more than enough. So, I'm going to go through. I'm going to max out Ultimate Plus all these parts. And that should be a good start. 2.930 to 60, 839 pound-feet of torque, 232 mile-an-hour top speed, and around 1,000 horsepower. This thing's going to be pretty solid, dude. It's looking pretty good so far. So let's take a look at the actual, customizations and stuff, see what we want to work with. Ooh, dude, some of these are pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. I like this black and white one right here, but I'm wondering if we were to go too far off the beaten path. The gray is kind of an obvious, ode to what it was in the movies. We have quite a few cool options here. I really like this look here, especially the little preview we've got down the bottom left. As much as I would like to go with that, I feel like because this is kind of the original James Bond Aston Martin, we should probably keep it a little bit more classic. So I think we're going to keep the gray on there. And let's see what we can do with the body. Maybe we'll change it to like a satin gray or a matte gray, or, kind of give it a bit of a custom look. I have no idea. But we'll mess around with it and see what happens. See, we could change up little things. I like the little carbon fiber hood scoops there, or vents, I guess you would call them. I'm thinking we go with something like this. Looks pretty good. It's not gonna be too crazy traditional, but it is. It's gonna be pretty cool. Is this where it had like the spikes in there or something? I know it had the harpoons on the front, I think. So I'm going to go with that. So we've got kind of a harpoon look there. Splitter. Do we want a splitter on here? We've got a lot of interesting options. Dude, I don't even really know what I want to go with. All of these are pretty crazy. I'm going to go with this for now, the carbon look. But we'll see what else we've got going on. This is, like I said, I mean, don't hold it against me because I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know fully what this thing truly looked like. I don't think it had a lot of this craziness going on, but we're at least going to make it look cool. So I'm going to go with the wide body here, but still kind of keep it pretty classic. See what we could do for rear fenders. Ooh, I like that a lot right there. That looks pretty cool. All right, side skirts. What should we go with for side skirts? Guess we can go with something like that. Looks pretty good. And then if we come around to the rear bumper and diffuser are going to be a big deal, obviously. See what we got going on. Interesting options. I'm kind of feeling this one the most, I think. I don't know, dude. I'm kind of out of my element here. See what we've got going on with this. The Alchemist one looks pretty sick. Honestly, a lot of these look pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking the Alchemist one. Yeah, let's go with that. All right, looking pretty good so far. We've got some various exhaust options. What do we want to go with? Dude, so many. Oh, we could have some. Is that side? Whoa, dude, that could be pretty sick. But I think I'm going to keep it in the back. I think I'm going to go with Go with something like this. I feel like it fits the diffuser there pretty well. So we've got that, tail lights. We can smoke them out. Why not? Make it look kind of interesting. Let me see. We've got spoiler. We've got trunk lids we can change. Ooh. The trunk lid looks pretty cool, so I'm going to go with that. Kind of add another little vented area. And then spoiler, I'm going to say, ooh, that's not bad right there. Some of these are kind of ugly. I'm not going to, look at that thing, bro. What? Oh my goodness. This one's not bad, but I think I might go with the body color duckbill there. Looks pretty cool. We've got a sound system option. Probably not going to change that. Do we have a roof option? Roof light bar? Or we can add a scoop to the roof. I'm down to add a scoop. Pretty interesting so far. We can change the side mirrors. We haven't touched those yet. But, I mean, I guess the black could look kind of interesting. We can go with that. Now, these classic rims, I feel like we could keep them. I'm considering keeping them. But at the same time, I feel like we really could kind of bring this thing into the new age. So if we can find something that bridges that gap a little bit, but doesn't take it too far, that would be nice. I don't know. Something this old and different is going to be kind of hard to style. So you guys are either going to love or hate this thing. I don't know. Like, I kind of wanted to leave it stock, but then, like, we already added our own flair to it. So I was like, let's kind of switch it up a little bit and kind of add a bit of a newer, you know, style to it. I feel like these look pretty good. They're kind of similar to what I had originally. Obviously, it's hard to match those, but I feel like they have kind of a similar look. I feel like it looks nice. It matches the gray and black that we've got going on here. And I don't know. I feel like it's a good homage to the old school 64 Aston Martin DB5, but at the same time, it's kind of been brought up to the new school a little bit with the rims and the body kit and the smoked out taillights and stuff like that. So I feel like she turned out pretty well. I'm happy with what we did here. So last thing is going to check out the exhaust sound. Let's listen up. I doubt that's what they actually sounded like, but all right, bam, there you guys have it. That, my friends, is our brand new Aston Martin DB5. To be honest, I feel like I kind of destroyed a British legend. I don't know. I feel like it looks kind of cool though. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to stay too close to what it was originally, because that honestly would have been a little bit boring. Like we kept a little bit of the tradition alive, but for the most part kind of made it our own. So here we go. We're going to be starting off with this first race here. Should be a fairly easy one. Going to start off with a little softball and see what this thing's about. I mean, this thing is only a level, what, 354 or something? So it's not going to be quite as fast, quite as responsive, quite as, you know, technical and able as a lot of the other vehicles that we've been driving, which makes me a little bit nervous. So we'll see what we can do, see if we can hold our own. I don't know, some of the older cars in this game are weird. Like, even though they have the parts on them and they've got the ratings on them and stuff like that, they still don't really perform. I mean, some do. Like, you look back at like the Beetle and stuff, or like the old Porsche and stuff. But so far, oh dude, this thing, I'm not the biggest fan, to say the least. So we'll see what we can do here, dude. It is super grippy. Super grippy, but that's all right. We're just gonna have to realize that it does kind of feel like a rocket from a speed perspective. We're just gonna have to be very careful around those corners. I'm saving up our 15-pound tank of nitrous here. Gonna cut this corner, get around these guys. Time to hit the gas, baby. Let's go. I wish we had a tandem exhaust, a dual exhaust here. I do feel like we've got two major slots for exhaust on our rear diffuser, and we only have one exhaust pipe in there, so it's a little asymmetrical, but I guess that's something you just got to deal with. And man, I mean, I guess I take it back. Our first lap's looking pretty good. This thing would make a really great drag car. I feel like we're a silver bullet, silver arrow, you know what I mean? It's not a Mercedes, but we're just silver and we're super quick in a straight line here. Or like very light curves like that. Anytime where we've got to kick that back end out and get drifting a little bit is less than ideal. We've got to use that e-brake. which is decent. It's just different. It just doesn't, she doesn't really want to slide. Also got kind of a weird, so I couldn't, from the drivetrain perspective, there were no upgrades to the gearbox. So we have a 4-speed here. So we've got some really weird ranges down in the lower gears. Like first to second is kind of weird, kind of awkward. And then we've got some really long third and fourths. As you guys can see, we're gonna get up to our top speed and we're gonna start redlining. Like there's nothing after fourth here, which is not exactly common in cars nowadays. But overall, I mean, not bad. I don't love it from a handling aspect. I do like the fact that we're this fast. We were a little bit over leveled by you know, maybe 10, 14 levels, something like that, and I feel like we're even outperforming that. So far so good. We've got 1 lap left in this race. I'm probably just gonna finish this out myself. I don't know if there's much for you guys to look at this point in time. We're gonna try to get something that maybe we can try to find something that's a little over our level but has a lot of straights, and we'll try to play to this thing's advantage. Oh, what's up, Mr. Cop? Passing by us. I'm gonna see you here in a second because we're gonna be swapping on over to a nighttime race. We'll see what happens. It's gonna be kind of an interesting one. It's a point-to-point. It's got a lot of corners, but it's also got some nice straights. And I've got something to kind of surprise you guys with. I don't know if you could really tell in the last race, but we went with a blue underglow for this thing. I don't know, like typically with you know, white cars, black cars, stuff like that, we typically go with red because it matches the tail lights and everything else. But I thought blue might be a little bit sleek here, and I actually kind of like how it turned out. It's also the color of our nitrous. I don't know if you guys noticed, but anyway, here we go. We're level 354. This is a level 350 race, so it should be pretty good. I'm sure you guys know that the nighttime races are usually a little more intense. We usually kind of run away with it. I don't know, it's just kind of a weird level. Like our last car that we did was kind of a weird level too. This one's kind of a weird level. There aren't really many 360 races. I guess there's a 380 we might be able to try, and then there's a bunch of 400s, but I think we'd get left behind in the 400s. So we'll try this out, see where we're at, and if we think we can move up to like a 370 or 380, we might be able to try that. But here we go. All right, let me see. So you guys can see, like, there's some decent straights, but then we've got some looping areas through it as well. I'm gonna get up through our first left-hand turn, and we're gonna rip that nitrous, try to use it early, and see if we can get some work done, baby. Here we go. Woo! Splitting the Red Sea like Moses, baby. Let's go. Here we go. Looking pretty good so far. I guess little corners like that are honestly good for us. If it's a 90-degree corner where we can just hit the e-brake and I mean, that's how we turn anyway. Stuff like this where you're supposed to slide. I mean, we kind of got a bit of a slide there. I guess with the rain, it's helping us out, but the slide and the soft corners are not really where you want to be. Hit a left here. Not bad. You guys see, like, we don't really keep a good line through those corners. It's not our strong suit, but we're just gonna keep on pushing. Stuff like this is where we kind of stand out a bit. So looking pretty good so far. Hit this corner. I'm gonna go ahead and use our nitrous again. I'm not even really sure what's up in front of us, but we're gonna send it anyway. Got a sharp left, but we should be able to cut through the parking lot. Not bad yet. I mean, this thing, it's interesting. It's just very specialized. Like, I feel like a lot of the cars that we end up doing, like, some are marginally better than others in certain areas. We have had a few throughout this series that are, like, very, very grippy. And this is one of them. I don't know. It doesn't, it's not even grippy, though. It just doesn't want to turn. It's grippy in the fact that it won't do those bank turns, but it also doesn't really want to turn at all. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't want to turn. So, not the most ideal vehicle. If they came out with some drag racing or something like that, I think it'd be pretty good at it. But I think in terms of its equals, the speed that we have on the straight end kind of makes up for the lack of handling. So that was pretty easy there. I mean, do you guys want to try? There's A 340 there, that's probably a little bit low. Do you guys want to try something like this, a level 400? Should we just see? I'm going to be really impressed if we're able to make this work. I'm going to see what happens if we try to do a level 400 race with a level 350 car. I don't think it's going to be great for us, but oh my god. Do we have so many cops on us right now? What's happening? We might have to pick a different race. I know there's a couple level 400s up here. Let's try to pick one that has some long straights. Whew. We're going to have to get out of the way of these cops first, dude. Oh my goodness. It's been a while since we've had a serious police chase, so I'm kind of excited about this. We have quite a few cops on us, but being a level 3 heat, plus the speed that we have, it looks like we are able to escape pretty easily. I kind of want to go back. I kind of want to race this race. We're just going to do a loop around the city. There's so many cops in the area. There's a cop in the oncoming traffic over there. He's going to flip his lights on, but hopefully we're going to be able to get by. Looking all right so far, dude. They're scrambling over there. Just woke up the bee's nest, but it looks like we are going to be able to get out of there and go take on the Spirit of Oz. If we can start it up quick enough. All right, here we go. 46 levels behind, but this is a very specialized car that's good at straight lines. We'll see if we can hold our own and see if we can come away with a third victory. Ferraris, McLarens, Paganis, and Koenigseggs. This is not the company you want with a vehicle like this. It looks like we might as well just start off with some nitrous, man. I've got a feeling we are going to be a bit of a middle of the pack runner here, but I guess who knows? If we have a clean race and we can get around the oncoming traffic and stuff, then we might be okay. Dude, we are flying. This is outrageous. This thing is so fast when compared to things not like, we are way under leveled compared to these guys. And we just blew by it. This is ridiculous. I love it. Got to be careful on these corners, though. We are going to have to really make sure that we take advantage of every straight line that we get. Sorry, my hand slipped a little bit. Slipped off the thumbstick. But yeah, we want to make sure that we are taking advantage of every straight, because they are going to catch us in the corners. There's no doubt about that. If I can, I'd love to throw this guy into some traffic. Put him into one of the oncoming cars, but we're going to try not to race dirty, I guess. Dude, he's still on us. This is going to be a tough one. Watch out for the cops that are coming at us. They tend to kind of swing into your lane. Oh, we came over that ridge and we couldn't turn. We had no wheels on the ground, so we couldn't move out of the way of that vehicle. Oh, shoot. Dude, this thing, it just doesn't turn very well. I'm trying to be... Oh, there we go. Bit of a drift there. I respect that. But yeah, I'm trying as hard as I can to evade contact. It just doesn't really work out very well. All right, we've got a pretty long straight through here, but I'm thinking let's not risk it. We're going to try to get all the way to that corner right there, and then we'll use the last nitrous blast right there. Hit the brakes. Not bad. Oh my gosh, just trying to find some grip wherever we can get it. It does not want to work with us at all, dude. It's fighting us every step of the way. Whew. Not bad there though. Starting to get a little bit of a tail out. Okay, pretty good. You just pretty much, is that it? This is a straight to the finish. We won. We won in a level 400 race with a level 354 vehicle. That's what I'm talking about, dude. And we hit the red line there at the end, got up towards our max speed, really kind of saw what this thing could do. So, I mean, honestly, this thing's not bad. I don't like it. It's not smooth. It's not an enjoyable drive, but it's definitely a good drive. Like, as long as you can point it in a straight direction and just tell it to go, that's where this thing excels. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm going to see you guys in our next episode. Let me know what we should customize next. I'll see you guys there. Peace out.